When I came out, my mom wanted me to see a priest. And yet, I decided to stay true to who I am. First time I really sort of knew for sure that I was gay, I was 14 years old, 13 years old, and I was laying in bed and I was just thinking about how I was attracted to men. I gained a lot of weight as a child, and I think the reason I did that was to keep people away so I wouldn't have to have any kind of sexual experiences or encounters. It was a way of avoiding a very difficult subject. I just thought I had to kill myself because I didn't think that there was any future for a person like me in this community. When I left my parents' home, I decided to come out. I didn't want to feel like I was lying to myself about who I was. I told my mother first when I was 18 years old. I was sitting down at the kitchen table. I started crying uncontrollably, and she looked at me and said, "What's the matter? What's going on?" And I said, "I have to tell you something. I'm homosexual." She immediately after that said, "We need to find the priest, to get the priest to speak to you, and the priest is going to fix you." She spoke to the priest, and he made it quite clear that I was going to hell and that she needed to save my soul. My mother found another Greek Orthodox priest. He basically said that I was one of God's creatures, just like everyone else, and she needed to love and accept me. And I think it was important for my mother to hear that from at least one Greek Orthodox priest. It never felt like my mother was rejecting me in any sense. The first thing I think she said was, "I'm not going to throw you out of the house." She wanted me to know that she didn't reject me. There was no sense of, "You're not mine, you're not of me." But it was more of a, "How can we fix this?" It'd be like telling your mother that you have some sort of sickness. Since then, I was watching a television program with Baio on it, and she said, "Do you think he's cute?" And that was almost like her way of saying, "I accept you." And it was nice to have that sense of love and acceptance from my mother. It took a few years, but we got there in the end. I would hope and I would ask that parents would go into any discussion like this with a sense of love and concern for their child. It's a difficult conversation if you are from a religious community or conservative community, but I think it's important to have an open dialogue and to remember your child and your love for your child. If your family cannot deal with this, cannot handle the fact that you're different, that you're special, then you can go and create your own community, make your own family. Okay, paint me.